Okay, so we're going to have some fun today. I am going to do what you should never do if you're a YouTuber. I'm going to feed the trolls and read some conservative comments. So this should be fun. If you're offended by coarse language, just know that there's probably going to be cussing in it. I haven't seen all of it, so just keep that in mind. So first, from disobedience to tyranny is obedience to God. That's a mouthful, dude. He says, the Pope is not homophobic. Jesus Christ has rules and laws, and those laws and rules will never change. If something happens in the world that causes the entire population to be queer, then that is something that the population will have to deal with. You don't change Jesus Christ's rules. If people are queer, then they should offer their issue up to Jesus Christ, rather than give in to Satan's attempt to make them think it's okay to buttfuck, cocksuck, bushlick, or wear strap-ons. Sex is sacred for creation only. Okay, so first and foremost, those are not Jesus Christ's rules. You're thinking about Leviticus's rules, which also says that you should not wear clothing of mixed linen. Jesus Christ never said anything about homosexuality. He hung out with a prostitute. Pretty sure he wouldn't care and would probably more be worried about the Syrian refugee crisis than who people are attracted to. So from John Smith, white lives matter, you asshole. Deport this Mexican bigot. All right, I'm not Mexican. I am Hispanic, but I'm Portuguese and Puerto Rican. I've never been to Mexico. I've never even left the United States. I was born here. I'm a citizen. You can't deport me. And furthermore, saying Black Lives Matter, I don't know which video he responded to, but saying Black Lives Matter doesn't mean that white lives don't matter. So, yeah. Can't deport me. Sorry, bud. Galtism says, what stupidity is going on with your ears? I don't know if this is like an international viewer, but I have gauges in my ears. They're stretched to 0, I believe, is the size. It's something that's popular mostly within like hipster cities, which is where I live. And I like it. Everybody has a style that other people will disapprove of. It's just impossible. You're never going to get 100% with everybody, so who cares? Just do what you like. Optimist 2012 says, implying the Iran deal won't lead to Iran building nukes is the stupidest thing I've heard in a long time. Well, that's because you haven't read the deal. Joe Baseball 17 says, I honestly tried to watch your video with an open mind, but your sophomoric low kick and your annoying pretentiousness made your commentary truly unbearable. Right. So if you tried to watch with an open mind, but I said something that you disagree with, that's why you closed out. Not because I'm pretentious, because if you are presumably conservative, then I don't think you're going to find a more pretentious pundit than Bill O'Reilly, than anybody on Fox News. So come on. You don't like the video because of what I had to say. And if you don't like it because of me, I don't care. Stephen Corson says, friend, you are not actually supporting abortion. 6 videos now. They are all gross, horrific videos. Listen to all. Please wake up. God Almighty help all y'all. Defund Planned Parenthood. Abortion is evil. Period. All right, so that's a very nuanced position. Stiffwit says, I listened further. Unlike this millennial, I actually read her books. He's referring to Ann Coulter in a video that I did talking about her immigration opinions and how they're complete bullshit, and I provided facts. Anyways, he continues, I actually read her books, and she is continuously right. You're correct if you're talking about her stance with respect to the political spectrum. She is very, very right. She's crazy. The guy who made this video watches 5 minutes of video, and suddenly he's an expert. Of course we should focus money on our own citizens, you a-hole. Cool. From Six String Blues wants to know, is this idiot Hispanic? Yes. America wants these illegals deported, you sick son of a bitch. This message has been brought to you by We the People. Actually, you're incorrect. 65% of Americans actually want undocumented immigrants to have a path to citizenship. You would know that if you did a 5-minute Google search. Now, he's also referring to the Ann Coulter video. Now, Jay Steven wants to know, I was waiting for the race card to come out. Eventually, it did at the very end. Ha 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 ha. This guy is no humanist, just a flaming liberal. Smoky Wind says, using Apple shit, ear gauges, lispy. I didn't know I had a lisp, but thanks for notifying me of that. Could be more of a cliched, stereotypical strawman, liberal, hipster, brainwashed drone. You're like a living caricature. Cool. Real Mandrock says, if you're going to do this spammy comments over video bullshit, at least take the time to get the levels right, you hack. I think he's referring to a video where I posted with Katrina Vanden Heuvel. It was one of my more popular videos. I completely botched the editing process. I didn't master the audio levels. So it goes from me talking, which is relatively loud, and then it transitioned into the CNN video, which is kind of soft, so you have to turn it up. And then when it gets back to me, boom, it blows your eardrums out. So I apologize for that. I've put annotations in the video warning people, I will destroy your eardrums, turn down your volume. I can't edit the levels as far as I know once it's uploaded. So something we just got to deal with. Fraser Rochford has a couple of comments for me. He says, owned by Bernie Sanders? Ha, maybe your real name is Fagorado, as all you add up to is a bunch of twigs. All right, I have not heard anyone switch my name to Fagorado since 12th grade, and I was the one who did it. I said, my name could be Fagorado. But anyways, he also says, and I suppose you consider yourself different from Chuck Todd while you advertise Amazon and other corporate entities' interests. Now, this is in response to a video where I critique Chuck Todd for being a corporatist media hack. Now, the difference between me and Chuck Todd is that I could put up corporate advertisements on here who sponsor my podcast because they don't control what I say. See, unlike Chuck Todd, he has to really watch his P's and Q's. He can't actually say what he's thinking. He can't really challenge politicians and say anything that is anti-establishment. See, for me, I can say whatever I want to, and HostGator isn't going to send me an email saying, look, Mike, you said that Bernie Sanders is the best presidential candidate. You don't represent our views. It's just an affiliate program that any podcaster can get. And they're central if you want to make any money. And I don't necessarily care about being profitable, but it costs money to maintain the Humanist Report website. It costs money to post your podcast on iTunes and upload it to sites such as SoundCloud. It costs money to do a podcast, so I got to at least break even, and you got to make money. So, fortunately, you got to advertise corporate interests. He also says, I'm so glad trolls such as yourself stay in caves. I don't live in a cave. Steve Fye says, why don't you hook your hoops to a cock ring? What? Why don't you hook your hoops to a cock ring and suck away, you faggot? I don't know how that would be possible, but the fact that you came up with the idea shows me that you've thought about it. Dude needs some explosions, gunshots, or strippers in his videos, as he is boring to listen to, in my opinion. All right. Sorry, bud. You're not going to find that in my videos. You probably won't find that in very many podcasts. You are listening to the wrong channel. 577666 says, okay until you opened you stupid mouth. So you like the intro, and then I talk. That's all you liked about the video. I don't know if he's talking about the commentary after a news video I provided. Who knows? Jeffrey James Jam says, and you're done. No, Bernie, not in today's climate. It's our right to own a gun, and you don't get to tell us what gun we can or cannot use. Bernie has never said anything about taking anyone's guns, nor has any Democrat, especially Barack Obama. He hasn't said that either. Bernie is more of a moderate when it comes to gun reform, so the fact that you can extrapolate from anything he's said ever that he would try to take your guns or that he thinks you shouldn't own a gun is ridiculous. Now, from this person, wow, I will not read that name. I'm making a bold prediction when I say your faggot ass is going to vote for Hillary. Think for yourself, queer. So this is probably on my video where I predicted that Bernie Sanders would win. I am thinking for myself. There is exactly 0 people who has predicted that Bernie Sanders would win thus far. Tinomac says, you are not an atheist. You're a liar. No, I'm an atheist. I don't know what I'm a liar about, but I'm an atheist. John Bernard says, dude, you suck. Thanks, John. Bill Ray says, this guy has had how many cocks in his mouth? Another one of those. This guy has had how many cocks in his mouth and ass? Seriously, how many cocks has this guy had in his ass? You can look at him, listen to him, and see he really loves the You can look at him, listen to him, and see he really loves the smell of shit when he's having sex. Cocksucker. That's impressive. I can't even be mad at that. That is very distinct. He's hit the nail on the head. The answer is 1 million, Bill. Okay, Jeff Mulliken says, Junior, your white shirt and tie don't make you a journalist. This is really long. Okay, I won't read the whole thing. I'll just respond to that. I don't want to be a journalist. I've never purported that I am a journalist. The video where I wore a white tie, I'm guessing this is on the immigration video where I wore a tie and a white shirt. I spent like $10 on that shirt. So if I really wanted to be a real journalist, I'd probably get better clothes. The point is that I am a podcaster. I provide political commentary. No, I can't talk about news stories and give commentary on them unless I provide context to my viewers. So I kind of am forced to, quote, report on something, but it's not my report. And I always cite them in the description box, or I state their name, the date it was published, and the news organization that they're with. So no, I'm not a journalist. I don't ever want to be a journalist. That's not my goal. I just like to talk about politics. I would, however, be a columnist someday, but that's in the far future. What I really want to do now is be a political science researcher, because that's what I've been doing for the past couple of years, and I really love it. So again, I just like talking about politics, not trying to be a journalist. So that's all of them. These were awesome. Not as bad as I thought, honestly, and considering the fact that I've gotten almost, I think, 200,000 views now, you would expect to see a lot worse than this at this point. So not bad at all. This is stuff that doesn't bother me. I laugh almost every time when I get these types of comments, because it's just entertainment. They're trolls. You're not supposed to feed them. But I do think that there is value in looking at troll comments because they're funny. So I'm not mad.